Hello everyone, my name is Joseph and welcome back to the Popsicle Night channel. In today's video, we're taking a look at Rapid Strike Inteleon from the Fusion Strike expansion set. I have not actually showcased this in my channel yet, so I thought this was a good time since I really wanted to see how it will do along with the new Radiant Blastoise. This seems to be a real obvious choice to combo since most of our Pokemon in this build can deal damage counters every turn. First of all, Radiant Blastoise has the ability Pump Shot. Once during your turn, you can discard a water energy to use this ability, and when you do, you can put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. What makes Radiant Blastoise good is that it's a basic Pokemon. You can just slap it down on your bench and use its ability right away, and you can even use the Scoop Up Net to reuse it as long as you have water energies to discard. But the downside is that it can only target the bench. It has a decent attack as well, Torrential Cannon, which deals 170 damage, but we won't be using it as much in this build. And then we have our main attacker, Rapid Strike Inteleon VMAX. It has 320 HP, 2 retreat cost, no resistance, and is weak to lightning. It has the ability Double Gunner. Once during your turn, you can discard a water energy from your hand, and if you do, you can deal 2 damage counters to 2 targets on your opponent's bench. And it also has the attack G-Max Spiral. For 1 water and 1 colorless energy, it deals 70 plus damage, but you may also choose to put an energy attached to this Pokemon into your hand, and when you do, this attack deals 140 damage instead. 140 damage may not seem like much, but with the help of the Choice Belt, you can add an additional 30 damage to a Pokemon V. That's a total of 170 damage, so you're looking at 2-hit knocking out any VMAX Pokemon in the game. Since both Inteleon VMAX and Radiant Blastoise requires you to discard water energies, I added 2 copies of Training Court Stadium, which allows you to recover 1 basic energy from the discard pile back to your hand once per turn. And since this Inteleon is a Rapid Strike Pokemon, we can easily power up its attack with a single energy, that is the Rapid Strike Energy, which counts as 2 energies in any combination of water or fighting energy. Removing your energy from Inteleon and putting it back to your hand may not seem practical, however there are advantages. First, you are in effect preserving the energy from being discarded if Inteleon VMAX is knocked out. But also without any energy attached, you can freely use Cheryl. This one can heal all of your evolution Pokemon to full health, but the downside is if you heal any of those Pokemon, you discard all energies attached to those Pokemon. So with no energy attached to Inteleon VMAX, we don't have to worry about losing any energies. It is worth noting that Rapid Strike Inteleon V has the attack Aqua Bullet, which deals 120 damage, but also 20 damage to 1 benched Pokemon. And since we're dealing damage counters, it's only practical to add the Inteleon with the Quick Shooting ability. Once per turn, you can deal 2 damage counters to 1 of your opponent's Pokemon. But along with this, of course, is the Shady Dealings Inteleon line, along with Drizzile, to help us find trainer cards when we need it. And finally, I also have Galarian Zigzagoon with the Headbutt Tantrum ability. When you put it from your hand to the bench, add 1 damage counter to 1 of your opponent's Pokemon. Again, you can reuse this ability with the Scoop Up Net. For my other backup attackers, first, I have a single line of Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. This is especially useful because Inteleon is weak against lightning types. So what better way to deter those matchups with Urshifu? Rapid Strike Urshifu V is good at dealing 150 damage, but then Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX can use Gale Thrust, which can deal 150 damage for 1 fighting energy after switching from the bench to the active spot. And it also has the G-Max Rapid Flow attack. For 2 fighting and 1 colorless energy, it deals 120 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon, but then you have to discard all energy from this Pokemon. And finally, I also have Medicham V. This is really good because of its Yoga Loop attack. For 2 colorless energy, you deal 2 damage counters to 1 of your opponent's Pokemon. And if that Pokemon was knocked out, you can get an extra turn. This is really good because with so many damage counters spread in this build, you can easily reduce any Pokemon's HP down to its knockout range. As for my other cards worth noting, Capacious Bucket can help us get 2 water energies from our deck. Tower of Water Stadium can reduce Rapid Strike Pokemon's retreat cost by 2, making it easier for us to retreat them. Melanie to help accelerate 1 water energy from the discard pile to 1 of your V Pokemon, after which you draw 3 cards. And finally, I also added 1 copy of Roseanne's Backup. This is great for recovering any 1 Pokemon, a Training Court Stadium, Choice Belt, and even a Rapid Strike Energy. And that's pretty much it. You can find the complete deck list in the description below. And now please enjoy the following gameplay videos showcasing Rapid Strike Inteleon VMAX with Radiant Blastoise. Alright, on to our first match. We are going to go first. But we're going to have to mulligan. We don't have any basic Pokemon on hand. But my opponent's all set to go. So let's see what we get from our reshuffle. Ooh, unfortunately, we're going to start this one with a Zigzagoon in the active spot. Not an ideal start, but at least we have a Quick Ball. I think what I'm going to do is just use Capacious Bucket That way we have more cards to discard from our hand, and that will also thin out our deck. Use Quick Ball, then I'll probably just grab a Sobble, because we do have the full Inteleon line on hand. But my opponent can actually just Marnie us. But with Melanie, I think the ideal start is to start with Inteleon V. That way I can accelerate an energy this turn, then I can use Melanie on our next turn. Maybe we can get a knockout on our second turn. So I'm just going to go with that. My opponent's going to use Acerolas Premonition, and they're going to start with a Sobble. And they're just going to use Keep Calling. Alright. And they set up 3 other Sobbles on their bench. Alright. So what I'm going to do is just use Melanie. Draw 3 cards. Oh, we got a switch. Nice. So we can actually get a knockout here. And we do have one other water energy in the deck. So I think I'll use Rapid Strike energy for now. I'll hold off on the stadium and I'll just get a knockout. We can damage one of their benched Pokemon with 20. So that gets us our first prize. And we get a Choice Belt. Alright, cool. So a good start for us. Easy knockout there. You can evolve into Drizzle, Shady Dealings. So we have yet to see our opponent's main attacker. And there it is. My opponent reveals it is a Mimikyu V. Most likely this is the Mimikyu VMAX build. And I'm guessing all of these Inteleon line that they have will be quick shooting to spread damage counters. So this is the battle of damage counter spread, guys. Who will come out on top? Let's see. They're going to use Escape Rope. And their Mimikyu V has an ability that prevents any damage being done to it, since they just put it on in play from their last turn. So we'll put Sobble in play. I'll put an energy on Zigzagoon so we can retreat back into Inteleon V. Put Choice Belt, and we're not gonna deal damage to Mimikyu V, but we can at least deal a chip damage to one of their bench Pokemon. So we're just gonna target Sobble and then go from there. They are gonna evolve into Mimikyu VMAX, and comboed with Acerolas Premonition, they can damage or spread damage counters as much as 13. Most likely they're just gonna knock out both our Zigzagoon and our Sobble, get 2 prizes. Easy 2 prizes from that. So at this point they could gatekeep us in that we might not be able to set up our Sobbles at all if they just continue to spread the damage counter. And they also have Old Cemetery, so each time we attach an energy, that's going to deal 20 damage. So that's not good, but we can bump it out with our own stadium. And there it is. They're going to spread their damage. They're going to knock out my Sobble, but they damage our Inteleon V instead, which I would have gone for the Zigzagoon, but you know what? Dealing damage, initial damage to our Inteleon is actually a good choice as well. So we're just going to evolve into Inteleon VMAX, and I'll just attack their Mimikyu VMAX for 170 damage thanks to the Choice Belt. But we should have a lot more HP to tank a hit from this Mimikyu V. They do have 2 Psychic Energies on their Mimikyu VMAX, so they can actually attack and then they can discard one of our other cards on hand. So I'm very fearful of putting any more Sobbles on hand because they could just knock them out. But if they don't retreat their Mimikyu VMAX, we can actually knock it out on our next turn. They're going to scoop up their Inteleon and evolve it. So I'm surprised they haven't evolved into any quick shooting just yet. Well, they do need Acerolas Premonition, so they're gonna attack for 100 damage only, and they discard one of our cards on hand. But we do get Roseanne's backup from our top deck. I think I'll just use Quick Ball for now, and we can recover that with Roseanne anyways. And I'll just get another Inteleon V, because that's the one that they cannot knock out with a single hit. So it's good to have a backup attacker. I'll use Roseanne's backup for now. I'll recover Sobble, and then I mean that's all we can really recover right now. So we're just gonna get Rapid Strike Energy and Sobble, and I think I'll just attack. There it is. We get a knockout, and that's gonna get us 3 prizes. Not too bad. Alright, we got a Melanie. That's good. We can accelerate an energy to our other Inteleon and Urshifu V. So this is a bad matchup for Urshifu, so we're not even gonna put that into play. We're just gonna focus on Inteleon VMAX as our main attacker, and it's doing well right now. So why fix what isn't broken? And my opponent shouldn't be able to attack right now. I mean, I guess they could. I was gonna say their Mimikyu V doesn't have any energies, but it's not immune to any damage, so we should be able to knock it out if they don't evolve it. Okay, they're gonna get another Mimikyu V. They could switch up that one, so it's gonna be immune to damage, but they are gonna energize their active with a double turbo energy. Evolution Incense. They get a Mimikyu VMAX, so they can. There's the Acerola. They can actually knock out our Inteleon VMAX and then spread the other damage to our benched Pokemon. Dude, they used up all 13 damage counter to our active. Alright. They could have used the other ones. They didn't need to put all 13 damage counters to our active, but hey, that's their choice. I'm okay with that. So let's go ahead and use our Melanie, accelerate an energy to Inteleon V. And then we're just gonna evolve into Inteleon VMAX. And then we're gonna put the Rapid Strike energy. I'll just use my ability for now. That way I can weaken their Sobble and also their Mimikyu V. Maybe we can get an easy knockout off of that Sobble if they don't evolve it. And I think I'm just gonna attack. Alright, so we deal 140 damage, and we're just gonna put 1 water energy back to our hand and then go from there. So if we can get our hands on a Choice Belt, we might be able to knock out their Mimikyu VMAX if they don't retreat it. But yeah, I'm surprised that my opponent hasn't evolved any of their Inteleon to their quick shooting, because I think that would help a lot. But they need 2 more prizes to go. They could just easily knock out our Zigzagoon. So we're definitely not going to put Sobble on our bench, because they're going to easily win that way. But again, that really gatekeeps us. It really prevents us from setting up here. They are going to use Echoing Horn, but they're just going to put Inteleon V on our bench. Oh, dude, that Roseanne's backup actually saved us. They could have won this game already. That's insane. Good thing we recovered that Sobble earlier with Roseanne's backup. That is crazy. I wasn't even thinking about that Echoing Horn, but that saved us. That's insane. Alright, cool. So we're just gonna take a chance here with Marnie. Hopefully we get a Choice Belt. We don't get it. So I think I'm just gonna deal as much damage as I can. 140 damage to their Mimikyu VMAX and just go from there. I have an ability, so might as well use it. I'll just continue to spread damage to their benched Mimikyu and to their Drizzile. And then we're just gonna use G-Max Spiral. We're gonna put our water energy back and use that for our next turn. And that actually puts their Mimikyu VMAX within knockout range. We can just use our ability even if they retreated. And regardless if they retreated, we have Boss's Order on hand as well. The most they could do is knock out our Drizzile. I don't think they have any attack that can knock out our Inteleon VMAX or our Inteleon V in the bench. So I think we got this game, guys. Wow. Alright, we came out on top. Yeah, not too bad. So they are going to knock out my Drizzile, but that's going to be game. All we need to do is just use our ability and just spread 2 damage counter to their Mimikyu VMAX on the bench. And that's going to get us our last 2 prizes for the win. Wow, good game. Alright, moving on to our next match. We are going to go first once again. And going first with this build, I think is recommended. It's just that if you're able to set up your Sobbles, you can evolve in your second turn, and then you can set up even further that way. Alright, so we're going to start this one with an Inteleon V in the active spot, which is really good. And yeah, with Inteleon VMAX, it doesn't really matter if you accelerate an energy or not on your first turn, because all you really need is one energy with the Rapid Strike. As long as you can evolve into Inteleon VMAX, you should be fine. So let's set up a Sobble here and then go from there. And my opponent's going to start with a Bidoof in their active spot, which is actually an easy knockout for us. They can't evolve this turn just yet. But we can evolve our Inteleon to VMAX. We also have Rapid Strike Energy. We also have Professor's Research. So we have such a good hand right now. Can get an easy prize on our next turn. And they're using Hisuian Decidueye V. Alright, so this could be a Decidueye VSTAR deck. I'm guessing that's their main attacker. But I think this is a good matchup. Their Decidueye is not able to deal a one-hit knockout against our Inteleon VMAX. But it has the potential to knock out our Inteleon V, but not VMAX. But they're just gonna pass it on to us. Alright, so they didn't even put an energy to their Decidueye. So we are ahead of this game for sure. So let's go ahead and evolve our Inteleon to a VMAX. We don't have an ordinary rod, so I can just recover this Urshifu VMAX. We're just gonna use Professor's Research. I'm going to put Sobble on the bench, use Quick Ball, and then I'll set up another Sobble. And that's going to go a long way because we can evolve into Inteleon with a quick shooting and then spread more damage that way. Just going to evolve into Drizzile, and then I'll grab Choice Belt, and we're going to put it onto our Inteleon. And we're just going to knock out this Bidoof. Oh, you know, alright. We get a prize for that, but I actually didn't need to put the energy back, because we only needed to deal 70 damage to knock out their Bidoof. That was overkill, but that's alright. They are going to pivot into Oranguru, which requires 2 retreat costs. And this could just easily get us another prize if they don't retreat it. But they are able to evolve into Hisuian Decidueye VSTAR. But it requires more energies to attack. So I'm not sure how they're gonna... If they have another pickaxe, they can start attacking this turn. Otherwise, they might just pass again. Okay, they use the VSTAR ability, which allows them to draw up to 8 cards on their hand. They have Choice Belt, okay. They're going to use Oranguru. Another Choice Belt. But they're still not able to attack. Alright, so we have the upper hand here. I'm just going to use ability. We have Water Energy on hand. And we're going to target these two. Just to weaken it. That's our priority. And then we can target Manaphy at some point later in this game. I could recover our energies, but they could just bump it out. Should I play the... Yeah, I'll put it into play. I'll recover 1 water energy. And... Oh, you know what? Let me use Professor's Research first, and then I can recover an energy. Okay, we got another Sobble and another Inteleon. Let me just get Drizzile first. Evolve this. And then what I need is... Let me get a Quick Ball. That way I can start setting up my Blastoise. Let me recover 1 energy first. And then... can get rid of Melanie. Get Blastoise. Then we can use its ability. Alright, cool. So I'm going to put a damage counter to their Manaphy, Gonna start chipping away at it. And use Evolution Incense, get a quick shooting Inteleon. Then we can start spreading more damage to their Manaphy. And then we're just gonna attack. Alright, VMAX Spiral, but this time we do have to put an energy back to our hand to get a knockout off of this Oranguru. And that gets us another Quick Ball. Alright, so as long as our Stadium sticks, we should be able to recover an energy. And then we can use Blastoise ability to deal more damage, and then we can use Quick Shooting. Although now that I think about it, Inteleon's ability is actually greater than Blastoise, because you can target 2 benched Pokemon instead of just 1. So, analyzing Blastoise usefulness in this deck, let me know in the comments below, guys. Is it necessary to have Blastoise in this build? Or is it redundant? I think it helps out. I really do think it helps out, because that extra damage counter, and it's so easy to set up. It's just a basic Pokemon. You just slap it on the bench and then deal an extra 20 or 2 damage counters to your opponent's benched Pokemon. So, but let me know in the comments below, guys, how useful do you think Blastoise, Radiant Blastoise, is in this build? Okay, so they are setting up their consistency. They have big barrels to draw them into more cards. We won't be able to knock out their active Decidueye, but that will deal enough damage to put it into range, or knockout range. And all we need to do is get more prizes from their smaller benched Pokemon. So we're gonna go from there. We can use our quick shooting Inteleon, so let's go ahead and do that. And we're just gonna continue to target their Manaphy. I'm gonna scoop up this guy. We can use quick shooting again. Evolve this. And then I'm gonna use Quick Ball. And I think I'm just gonna grab Zigzagoon. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a knockout off of their Manaphy. Dude, we get a boss. That's insane. That's actually really good. So we can target one of their Bibarel on our next few turns. So let's recover 1 energy. We can use Blastoise ability. Can even use Inteleon, but let me use Blastoise ability first. And we're just gonna spread damage to their other Hisuian Decidueye VSTAR. We're gonna put... Hold on, let's see. Yeah, let me put the Rapid Strike energy on Inteleon. Use Drizzile. And then I'm gonna get a Scoop Up Net. That way we can use Zigzagoon and set up another attacker just in case. And then I'm gonna quick shooting the active. Put it closer to a knockout range. Because right now we're dealing 170 damage. And I think I'm just gonna do that. So VMAX Spiral, 170 damage. So 210 total damage to our opponent's active Hisuian Decidueye VSTAR. And then we're gonna go from there. They could get a knockout that gets them 3 prizes, but we have Inteleon VMAX on our hand. We can evolve and then we can just boss it, get an easy knockout that gets us 2 prizes. Then all we have to do is target one of their Bidoof or Bibarel. Yeah, so we have our win condition. That's our goal. Let's see how this goes. Oh, they're gonna use Roxanne. So that shuffles our cards. Ooh, we got Boss's Order once again, but we don't have any energies now. So we are in a bad predicament here, guys. We need to draw into something good from our top deck to help us recover. Oh boy. So we're just gonna put our Inteleon V in the active spot. Okay, Rapid Strike Energy. Okay, let me use our stadium first. And I could use Blastoise. And then I'm gonna put more damage to their Decidueye in the bench. I mean, I am dealing, what, 40 damage right now? 40, 50, 60. Yeah, we can actually get a knockout here. That's insane. With the quick shooting. And let me use Palpad first. Let's recover Cheryl and Professor's Research, I think. Yeah, that's pretty good. So let's get a knockout. Insane. That's awesome. All right, cool. So that actually helped us a little bit here. Putting those damage counter to our opponent's active got us a knockout. Wow. But most likely our Inteleon V is not going to survive this attack. I mean, they have Bidoof. It has 70 HP. We can use quick shooting too. We have an energy. Radiant Blastoise 4. Manaphy can do 20. And we have Level Ball. We have Zigzagoon in the deck, right? I hope we do. I think we might be able to get this knockout, actually. So I'm just going to put Manaphy in the active spot. Use Blastoise. And then we can just recover an energy with the Training Court Stadium. We'll put 2 damage to their Bidoof. I hope we have Zigzagoon. I forget if we still have it. So use Level Ball. Yes, we do. Dude. I think we got this. Zigzagoon. We're going to put 1 damage. We're going to use Quick Shooting. Boss's Order. Yeah. There it is. And then recover 1 energy with the Training Court Stadium. That was a close one. Good game. Alright, moving on to our next match. We've been doing really great with our coin flips here, so we are going to go first, but we are going to start with the Zigzagoon in the active spot. And we have 2 quick balls that we could use. And we're going up against a lightning type build. Alright, so this is a little scary. We are weak against lightning for the most part. So we might be able to use... Ooh, we got Medicham. So let's get that first. And then we can start setting up our Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. Let's get the Urshifu V. And then I can use Quick Ball. Get rid of this so I can set up a Sobble. We have Drizzile on hand, so we can use that on our next turn also. And then just go from there. So my opponent's going to start with the Raikou V. Alright, cool. What makes Raikou V good is that it only requires 2 energies, and it's actually a good Pokemon to use in a lot of decks right now, especially with Palkia VSTAR running around as one of the top tiers in the meta. So it hits for weakness, so it's really good addition to any build that uses lightning energies. But yeah, our hand is pretty good. We can evolve our Urshifu VMAX, Drizzile, and then we can use Professor's Research on our next turn. So a typical build for a Raikou V deck or any lightning is the Fluffy line, so they can easily put a lot of energies to their benched Pokemon. You can use Peonia. Okay, and they're just gonna end their turn. All right, we got an Inteleon. Let's evolve this first. Yeah, I can put Inteleon. I can use its ability, so let's just put one for now. Evolve our Drizzile, and then I'll get a Scoop Up Net. We can get our Zigzagoon out of the active spot. So hopefully we can use Gale Thrust here. And I'm just going to put one damage counter to their Crobat V. And use Professor's Research. Hopefully we get an energy here. Dude, we don't get we don't get anything. Come on, man. So that's that switch was wasted. I mean, I could use Evolution Incense to get Shady Dealings Inteleon, but it won't be until next turn. I'll just use Tower of Waters, retreat back into Zigzagoon. I think that's the only practical Pokemon to sacrifice here. Okay, they can put Choice Belt. Now their Raikou V is fully energized. They can knock out... Hopefully they don't boss my Inteleon V. Okay, Professor's Research. So we know for sure that they can take out Zigzagoon, but nothing else. But what I could do is use Melanie. I'll need Capacious Bucket for sure. Get an energy. Use Melanie. Maybe we can draw into a Rapid Strike energy, I'm hoping. Because what we could do is take out one Raikou V with Gale Thrust and then finish off one Raikou along with Crobat. That's going to get us 4 prizes. So that's the plan. Alright, so they get a knockout. Use Evolution Incense. Get Inteleon for Shady Dealings. Okay, Capacious Bucket for sure. And then Choice Belt. You know, I'll go with the Quick Ball. Oh, we already have one. Anyways, whatever. That's alright. Let's get 2 water energies. Let's get rid of 1 energy. I think I'll get Blastoise. Can start using its ability. But I'll use Melanie for now, I think. And I'll put 1 energy to Medicham because we can actually get a knockout with Medicham. We still don't get a Rapid Strike energy though. This is really, really bad. Get another Sobble. I'll use Radiant Blastoise ability. Put 1 damage or 2 damage counters to Crobat V. So we're just going to continue to weaken it. And then I'm going to scoop up my Inteleon. Then put Medicham V in the active spot. Not much else I could do, so I'm just gonna pass. Oh, you know what? They're gonna knock out my Medicham, but that's okay. I think that's okay. Because our main priority is really spreading damage. Morpeko V Union. Okay. Morpeko V Union. They are gonna set up 1 Fluffy line. That's not gonna be enough to put enough energy to their Morpeko V Union though. But that's not our concern. All we need is to knock out 1 Raikou V. They still need 3 prizes, so we should still be okay. Yeah, as long as we don't evolve into Inteleon VMAX, we should be safe. Let's evolve into Drizzile first, I think. And then I'm gonna grab Level Ball. No, you know what? I'll get the Training Court Stadium. That way we can continue to use Blastoise. Retreat. Hopefully we get something here. Come on. I'm gonna use Marnie. I'm hoping I get the Rapid Strike energy this time. Come on. You gotta give it to me. Alright, alright, we got 3 of them. So I'm not complaining. We will finally get a knockout here off of this Weaken V. Let's recover 1 energy so we can use Radiant Blastoise ability and put 2 more damage counter to their Crobat V. And yeah, Gale Thrust for a knockout. That's gonna get us our first 2 prizes of this game. Nice. Alright, cool. So all we need to do is we have a boss on hand. We can win this game in the next turn as long as everything goes according to plan. And if my opponent doesn't Marnie my hand, we should have this game. So all we need to do is use GMAX Rapid Flow, knock out their Raikou V, and then also deal bench damage to their Crobat V. So we're only dealing 120. We still need 10 more damage to their Crobat V for us to actually get a knockout. And for the meantime, my opponent is focusing on getting their Morpeko V Union into play, which they might be able to. But I don't think there's any way for them to put enough energy on it because they only have one Flaffy. And I don't know how else they can turn the tide with this matchup. But yeah, there it is. Morpeko V Union. I mean, they can deal a one-hit knockout, but nothing really to disrupt us. So we should have this match. I wonder if we can knock out their Morpeko V Union. That would be actually pretty epic. We're dealing 120. Double the damage. That's 240. If we have Choice Belt, 240, 300. Yeah, we might be able to knock out their Morpeko V Union. But we need a Choice Belt to do it. So let's go ahead and use Radiant Blastoise, because we need that extra damage counter to Crobat V to secure a knockout. And then we can use Evolution Incense. Just make sure. Yeah, so Crobat V is within knockout range. You know what? I'll get Inteleon Shady Dealings so we can get our Choice Belt. Because we need that. And then, I mean, I could get a Drizzile, but we don't have anything else that can help us get an extra damage to their Morpeko V, because we're only dealing 150 damage. Not quite enough to knock it out. We'll need 310 damage onto it. So yeah, unfortunately, there's no way for us to knock out their Morpeko V Union. So we're just gonna go with what we have here, guys. Oh boy, so close. 10 HP, but here we go. GMAX Rapid Flow, knocking out their Raikou V and their Crobat V, getting us our last 4 prizes. So close, 10 HP short of knocking out their V Union, but hey, that was a good match. Alright, moving on to our next game. Ooh, we're going to start this one with a Sobble. Nice. We have a bunch of Capacious Bucket that's going to get us our initial energies. We also have Quick Ball. You can get another basic Pokemon from our deck. We got a Melanie from the top deck. For now, I'm going to use Capacious Bucket, get 2 energies from our deck. Use Quick Ball, get rid of 1 energy. We can use Melanie on our next turn now. And since we're going against Arceus, we could get Urshifu. Dude, it is priced though, so there's no way for us to get it. We're gonna go with the next best thing, go for Medicham V. And I think I'll attach an energy to Sobble, because we need it to retreat anyways. We can evolve into Drizzile. As of right now though, we're only hitting for 200 damage, hitting for weakness against this Arceus V. But it has 220 HP, so we will need Choice Belt to get a knockout. But what we also need is, when we accelerate with Melanie, we need to draw into a Rapid Strike energy. So we have a few cards that we need on hand to make our knockout possible on our next turn. So they also have Hisuian Decidueye V in their build. So this could be an Arceus VSTAR, Hisuian Decidueye VSTAR combo. And they're going to get a boss order with Luminion V. Put double turbo energy on Arceus V. They cannot evolve this turn, and they can't attack right now, so that's good. Our Sobble should be safe. And the best thing they could do is energize their V Pokemon on their bench. I mean, they can use Lumineon to attack too, but most probably they're just gonna put energies on their Hisuian Decidueye. They're gonna use my boss to put my Medicham V in the active spot, so I think they're just stalling at this point. But that's okay with us. We intend to attack with Medicham anyways. But it really depends on what cards we draw with Melanie. But for now, they're just going to use their Arceus V to energize their Hisuian Decidueye V. And with enough cards on hand, if they can evolve into a Hisuian Decidueye VSTAR and get the energies they need to discard, they can actually knock out my Medicham V. For now, let's evolve into Drizzile. And let's go with our plan. And grab Choice Belt. And hope for the best. Hopefully we can draw into a Rapid Strike energy here. Oh, unfortunately we don't. We did get an Inteleon V though, so that's okay. Let's use our Capacious Bucket to thin out our deck even further. Get these two energies. Use Manaphy just in case, and I'll just start energizing my Inteleon V and pass. So even if they evolve into Arceus VSTAR, unless they can get a Choice Belt, they will not be able to knock out my Medicham V. They need a Choice Belt because that double turbo energy is lowering their attack damage output. But they're gonna evolve into Hisuian Decidueye VSTAR. And they can easily retreat their Arceus. So if they get the cards they need, they will get a knockout off of our Medicham V. So that's not good. I mean, if they can evolve into Arceus VSTAR, they can get the cards they need. Probably get a Bibarel so they can draw into more cards. But let's see what they do. They're gonna switch. They're gonna switch, alright. 160 damage. And 30 more damage. If they had left that lightning energy, they could have gotten an extra energy to get a knockout. But that's their choice, so hopefully we survive an attack here. And go from there. But most probably they'll get what they need. Tapu Koko V. Alright, so this is a unique deck build because it aims to cover a lot of the matchups in the meta right now. So I know Tapu Koko V can hit for weakness against Palkia VSTAR. And fighting types are really good against Arceus. So this is a good combination when going against the top tier builds in the meta right now. But against us, Inteleon VMAX is actually a pretty good matchup against this one. We are weak against Lightning, but we do have Rapid Striker Shifu VMAX to counter their Arceus VSTAR and also their Tapu Koko. So this is, I would say this is an even matchup. But they are going to boss my Inteleon V though, so that's not good. They're gonna attack. Dude, we survived. Alright, I'm okay with that. I'm alright with that. So our Inteleon V survives an attack. It's probably not a good idea to evolve into VMAX, but we'll see. Because they're gonna get 3 prizes if we evolve it. Because it's within knockout range. We have Inteleon, quick shooting. I mean, we can start putting damage counter to their Bidoof. Maybe that can get us an easy prize. Let me use quick shooting first. And let's go ahead and target Lumineon. Because if we can set up our Urshifu, we might be able to get a knockout, get 2 prizes from that. Let's get Inteleon VMAX. I think I might just have to evolve here. Bump out their Path to the Peak. And then I'm thinking of just using Professor's Research. I'm gonna use my ability first. Can add damage counter on Arceus and also their Tapu Koko. And that should make it a lot easier for us to knock them out. So we'll just recover 1 energy. We need that to attack with Inteleon VMAX. And I'm just going to boss their Luminion V. We're not going to knock it out, but it's going to put it within knockout range on our next turn. We could just put a damage counter to it, but we can also use Medicham V to get an extra turn. But putting Luminion V in the active spot might be good for us, since if they don't have any switching cards, they will need to attach an energy to Luminion to make it retreat, which means 1 less energy for his Decidueye VSTAR to use, which will decrease its attack damage output. Hopefully our Inteleon VMAX survives our opponent's turn here. But they will get a Bibarel, so they are drawing into more cards, so they might just get the energy cards they need, but they still need to switch out their Luminion. And they have Pumpkaboo to discard our Stadium. It's going to make it a lot harder for us to draw or recover our energy cards when we use them. So let's see what my opponent does here. We can get access to more cards with Professor's Research, but they are just going to Marnie us. Hopefully we don't draw horrible cards. Okay, we have Inteleon. A Quick Ball. We got a Scoop Up Net though. We don't have an energy to use Medicham V, and we cannot retreat our Inteleon VMAX, so this is really bad. I may just have to knock out their Luminion V so we can get 2 cards from our prizes. Hopefully that'll get us something. Okay, we got a Sobble. Okay, we got a Rapid Strike energy. We can actually, well, Luminion is gone, so at least we can attack with Inteleon VMAX. We have a Sobble, so we can use that to evolve into Drizzle at some point. I can also use Cheryl to full heal my Inteleon, because I only need 1 energy to attack anyways. But the question is it critical to use it now? We're just gonna set up another Inteleon V just in case. I will use Cheryl. I think I'll do that. That way we're gonna be safe for our next few turns. Put this Rapid Strike energy onto Inteleon. I mean, we can get an easy knockout off of this Pumpkaboo. That gets us another extra prize, which is really good. Okay, we got a Melanie. So we have a Melanie, we have a Rapid Strike energy on our hand, and Arceus VSTAR. We could actually knock out Arceus with Medicham. I am a little bit worried about Tapu Koko VMAX because it's just gonna one-hit knock out our Inteleon VMAX. But as of right now, they're focusing on their Arceus VSTAR to attack. They're gonna use Professor's Research. I mean, I could use Scoop Up Net to scoop up Inteleon, and then we have to use its ability first, scoop up Inteleon, and then we can use Drizzile. And they're just gonna attack for 180 damage. And it's a good thing we use Cheryl, otherwise they could have gotten a knockout here. And look how easy they energized their Tapu Koko VMAX. Now I'm really scared because, again, they are hitting for weakness against our Inteleon. We got a level ball from our top deck, which is really nice. We can use that to get a Drizzile. So let's do that first. And then we can use Tower of Waters. That way we can retreat our Inteleon VMAX and also get rid of their Path to the Peak. And then we can energize our Medicham. Let's retreat our Inteleon VMAX first. Then let's use Melanie. Maybe we can draw into something good with this. And I'll put it on Inteleon V. Alright, let's put our Rapid Strike Energy on Medicham V. Then we can use Quick Shooting. So with Medicham V, we're dealing 200 damage. Wait, does the Choice Belt take effect? Is it doubled as well? So we're hitting for what, 260 damage? I hope it does. I forget. So I'm just gonna use Quick Shooting and put it in the active just in case. And then let's see what else we could do here. Yeah, we're just gonna attack. All right, cool. Okay, I was afraid that it only adds 30 damage and it's not doubled. So it does double, so we're good. I don't know. I'm sometimes I forget the mechanics on these things, so I just want to make sure. We did get a knockout off their Arceus VSTAR. That gets us 2 prizes, so we are left with 1 prize left to go to win this matchup. And my opponent has not gotten any prizes just yet, so we are well on our way to winning this matchup without the help of Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. So Medicham is even good in this deck now that I think about it, because Arceus VSTAR is such a common card that you see in the meta right now. It's just a really good card, I gotta admit, Arceus VSTAR. But with its weakness to fighting, that's what makes fighting good in any build, to counter it. And yeah, lightning type decks are also really good when you want to counter Palkia, because it's pretty popular. And some of the other types in the meta right now that is being ignored are like the dark type builds, which are weak against grass types. But considering all of the other types that you have to face against, it's just not practical to use grass type in general right now. So that's what's great. That's the great thing about the changing or the rotation, is that not one typing of any Pokemon is above any others. There's always a shift, so it always changes, which makes this game really interesting and fresh, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, this Inteleon VMAX comboed with Medicham and also Rapid Strike Urshifu is actually really good. And if I had to guess, this Hisuian Decidueye and also Tapu Koko is actually a really good build to use also competitively. So for us to be winning against it using this Inteleon VMAX is actually a really good demonstration of how good Inteleon VMAX really is. Dude. We got a boss's order from our top deck. So let's just go ahead and finish this with the Rapid Strike Energy, target their barrel for the win, getting us our last prize. And we didn't even use Radiant Blastoise in this matchup. So to tell you the truth, I'm 50-50 with the Radiant Blastoise. Before ending this video, I want to thank you all so much for showing so much love for my channel. As always, before you go, make sure you are subscribed to my channel if you are not already. Make sure and leave a like. That's an easy thing to do. And if you'd like to help support my channel even more, check out the description of this video. You can always donate directly to me through PayPal. And you can also become a member of this channel for as low as 99 cents a month. You can buy me a coffee, and you'll also be able to get an early access to videos I've already uploaded before they are scheduled for release. Or you can also use the new Super Thanks from YouTube if you'd like to donate even further. You can also check out Redbubble, where you can buy apparel and accessories with awesome designs from me. And of course, for supporting my sponsors, PTCGO and yourplaymat.com. Links will be in the description below. But you don't have to do any of those if you don't want to. I'm just really happy that you continue to take the time out of your day to watch my videos. Thank you everyone for watching. Happy Pokemon gaming, and stay tuned for more videos. And that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to smash the like button for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching the Popsicle Night channel, and as always, stay safe and have a great day.